I hear people often say, oh, we're using Myers-Briggs or DISC or Berkman for hiring. And I want to tell you, that's a really bad idea. Because if you're using a personality test for hiring, you're essentially telling people that don't match that profile, we don't like your kind. And good luck defending that in a court of law. Essentially what you want is diversity in thought, diversity in personality in an organization. But you want predictability in behaviors and attitudes. And those are not specific to one type of personality. When we first hired in our company, our first 4 employees, I did a map of personality, and it was just a scatter diagram. It was all over the place. But then I looked at our 12 most intense behaviors, and it looked like a DNA flow. This allowed us to have great diversity in thought, great diversity in approach to problems, but a real predictability in how we acted. And we didn't piss each other off when we were working and functioning on a daily basis. Now, as our organization grew, we needed much more specificity in behaviors. We're working with a very large law firm, the largest one in its state, and they were evaluating our system and had us measure a whole bunch of partners and build a target based on those partners, and they threw in an HR person in the mix. And we said, this person either isn't a lawyer or isn't a very good one. and they said, how'd you know that? And customers do this often to just kind of see if our system is accurate. Because what we can do is identify the qualities of people that are not just gainfully employed, but people that are top performers and what makes them different than maybe a bottom performer in a position. That can be done with employee rankings, or it can be used without employee rankings. But the more detailed the data is that goes in to create one of these hiring targets, the more accurate they become. We're not big fans of this is what a salesperson is. I'm from Georgia, and what makes a salesperson successful in New York City will get them escorted out of a building in Atlanta, Georgia. Because not just cultural issues, but the way that people happen to respond, the way that intercommunication skills, are really what's required to be successful in a particular area, and the amount of time that is available. Maybe those are cultural issues, but they're regional even within the United States. They're regional and localized even within teams in a particular company. So we believe in specificity, not in big data, but just micro data. The ability to be able to survey people on a particular team, identify what makes them successful, and then build a career pathway for them within an organization. So we would encourage you to look into whatever survey system you're using, whatever assessment you're using, the ability to be able to create targets based on your people, and don't just rely on, we surveyed a whole bunch of people and this is what a salesperson is, or this is what a tech support person is. Because essentially what you'll get in an average of a whole bunch of people is average people.